What is going on, guys? DragonTamerBlayde here, back to more Elder Scrolls Legends, and today, I'm gonna play some Self-Harm Warrior. I actually already had a recording with this deck built. Had a couple pretty cool games with it, but that was back when the audio was still kind of messed up, and I didn't want to release the recording out to you guys like that. I promised I wasn't gonna release too many more with the no audio in the background once I discovered what the problem was and how badly it was affecting the videos. So I'm going to re-record with this deck because, I mean, why not? It's a fun deck. There's nothing wrong with it. And we'll see how we can do. Hopefully we can replicate the success of the first go-around, or else that would be pretty disappointing, because there were some pretty cool games that made this deck look decent. The deck itself is basically a less good mid-range warrior, if I had to give it a designation.
I smell the
Maybe I can surprise him with that next
living.
turn. It's like a less good mid-warrior, but Fighters Guild Hall, the Skaven Pyromancers, even Rapid Shot to an extent, let you do some pretty cool things.
Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
This is telling me that he is some sort of alter Telvanni, which basically means we're going to need to rely on a couple like big smacks with this stuff. Now, unless he has like a cat paw to play and then sack off, I'm assuming those are going to be Crow Fire Blooms, which is already pretty bad. I guess I should have played this first and held on to that to make him make first move.
Must I do everything myself?
Yep, that's getting sacked. 2 cards drawn. Okay.
I smell the stench
a little bit better.
of the living.
He did draw 2 cards, so there's a solid chance he has an answer here. But we're getting into some cool stuff like Fetrafly, Bleak Coast, and Ash Berserker to refill our hand. It's in his best interest to probably kill this off so that I can't buff her up. Although it'd only be +2, so he doesn't have to worry. Well, not that he's really thinking about Ash Berserker. I don't think he knows what to think about right now, because people are usually caught off by my weird decks. Caught off guard, I should say. I like it. I like it a lot.
The battle is yours.
Okay.
A fine battle.
I don't know. I hardly think anything was decided about this game. And I guess he didn't know my hand, but let's get on into another one. I don't know. He could have had a horrible hand. Maybe he was just like, this guy's going to play aggressively. And the curve is tuned a little more aggressively, but I don't think it's like that bad. Like, I think he still had a pretty solid chance if he just hung in there, but whatevs. We will move on, get into the game. Starting off with Rapid Shot, Fetrafly, and Sower. I love Fetrafly and Sower, especially premium Fetrafly, but we'll put those 2 back. I think I'll even put back the Rapid Shot. I don't hate this start. I mean, Dwarven Colossus is obviously a little bit slow, but Indral Mastermind can help us fish through our deck a decent amount. But we have nothing that's going to trigger with this next turn. Let's say hello.
Good tidings, citizen.
Brave meeting.
Let's say hello to our friend. Wowzers. I mean, we have nothing else to do right now. We have another one for later, too. I guess if anything can punch down Tribunal really fast, it would be this deck if he happens to not have an answer for it.
They've no move we can't anticipate.
I'm going to go with the Fearless Northlander, just because the odds that Gortwog lives against this guy's colors are just crazy, and I'd rather be able to play multiple things on curve later on.
Careful there, friend.
Careful there, friend.
So predictable.
Just dropped him down. Now, the only issue is going to be the amount of removal that I'm sure this guy is playing. That's going to be a bit of a hamper on our good times. Going for the Edict. That means he's leaving this up.
I'll take the bad card.
Right, now you got to take this out, or at least kill your own guy, or swing and lightning bolt. But using an Edict on that is not bad.
May the ancestors bless us.
Alright, getting the Edict back.
Your blood will spill.
Okay, interesting.
Die, scum!
Can't trigger that.
I smell the
I'll
stench
take the
of the living.
Alright, so we know he probably has to just use the edict on this, but that'll only cost him 3. Although maybe there's a chance that he hits the Fighters Guild Hall instead. I don't know what he's thinking. Edict.
History shall remember this day.
Does he have a lightning bolt? Oh, he's got a harpy. Okay. Let's get this fella out. We've already eaten 2 edicts thanks to Iron, which was a very timely draw for him on 5. You can't take both of these out with more hard removal. The only problem is I'm sure he has more hard removal. I wanted to save Sower because I don't want to give him any more cards at the moment. I apologize if you can hear my rabbit in the background. If you hear the whole like sound, that is my rabbit chewing on his thing. I only had 1 more of those, so that's okay. Unless he's got a firebolt for this. Or Mage's Trick.
Careful there,
Or a
friend.
Ward Crafter.
History shall remember this
He's
day.
using a fair amount of resources, though, to not really accomplish all too much.
Do you not fear me, mortal?
At some point, we have Rapid Shot to double proc anything, which will make our guys pretty buff. But my main concern at the moment is trying to get rid of this Iron.
History shall
If
remember
we will.
this day.
He's got a Prophecy, which, if it's a Lightning Bolt or a Jab, he's obviously not going to use it. He's got 8 Magicka to work with, though.
You must be cleansed.
Alright, there goes one of our Fighters Guild Halls. Draw a card. Next turn we can go Bleak Coast and Whiterun Protector. I just don't think that we're going to really be able to get anything going with all the removal this guy plays.
Now you will see real.
Blood Magic Lord.
The city is safe in my hands. No one can keep them safe from me.
We do have to worry about what I'm assuming to be a Javelin that he pulled. Maybe it was a Harpy. But our best hope at the moment is, like, trying to keep these 2 alive and pulling a Skaven or something like that. Manticora. Nerfed Manticora, but still a good card. Despite what anybody on Reddit tells you, it's still a good card. They're all lying to you.
I smell the stench of the
Just trying to beat
living.
this guy down. You can go 4-2-2, or maybe even Dawn's Wrath, or Ice Storm. There's so many things this guy could do here. He's gonna get another Blood Magic spell, which would probably be the game if we're being honest here.
The Tribunal will always come to the people's aid. Behold the Tribunal's power.
Oh, everything's buffed.
My child.
Yeah, that's the game. 7 health gain, just too much.
Your blood will spill.
He's not going to go phase because Tribunal doesn't go phase.
Light of the Tribunal.
Let's just get on out of here into a better game.
Well fought.
The victory is yours.
Yeah, I don't think that's a very easy matchup for us. Tribunal's got too much support removal and just too much hard removal. It's not really a creature-oriented game plan. It's basically sit there and do nothing and remove stuff until you win. And that's like the antithesis of this deck. So no reason to waste either one of our times. Might as well get moving. I got double Dark Guardian, Rapid Shot. Do I want to keep Rapid Shot and do I want to keep 2 Dark Guardians? That's the question. So we're playing against Telvanni. Is this another Altered Telvanni? Let's find out. 3-5-7. We have a odd curve. Didn't. No ring. This is where our opponent rings out a Goblin Skulk. That's what I'm waiting to hear. That exact sound. Nope. Do we pull a 2-drop? We do not. 3-5-7, 3-5.
I fly like the wind and the shadows protect
Yuck,
me.
yuck, yuck. We're gonna draw every single Dark Guardian. We might as well. Should probably not even put that over there, but honestly, the way I look at it is, I'd rather kill this guy now before he becomes a gigantic problem. It's like limiting him to that is much better than many of the alternatives.
I'll take a vanguard.
Rather than let the Magicka count just keep going up and up and up. Okay.
Worse.
I don't think this accomplished very much for you, though. This is also okay.
Die, scum!
Drop the Golem down. Golem. I don't know why I call it Golem. I always say Golem, but for this card I call it Golem. I don't know, man. I don't know who I am anymore. I can Ravenous Crocodile to summon a Fetrifly Swarm, but I don't know if I want to deal 2 damage to summon a 2/2. We're going to lose our Centurion. That is fine. We're going to pull a Frost Troll, so we can go Frost Troll, Shriveled Mummy, or just go Whiterun Protector, which I don't think is that bad.
The city is safe in my hands. No one can keep them safe from me.
Let's just go with the damage. I want the damage. I don't want this guy getting set up. I'm sure this is going to be an Alter Telvanni deck. So I want to get the damage in while we can. Fighter's Guild Hall would be pretty nice, so we can trigger Ravenous Crocodile on something. We also have a board at this point where it's not too bad if we get Ice Stormed. Like this survives, this survives, this would survive. You guys are gonna hear some typing, so I apologize. Oh, hold on, can't type. I won't let me type. Alrighty, how are we gonna handle this one? Hit that. Hit that. I'm sure he's setting me up for an Ice Storm of some sort. Let's just trade those both in. And then we will go Frost Troll plus Ravenous Crocodile. So this still gives him a pretty good Ice Storm board. But other than Ice Storm, we can do some awesome things next turn. Sparrow Jab, the pastry chef. Where's my English? Give me my English back. I've never seen the art for this card. That looks kind of cool.
Are you listening to me?
Serrano.
You better be.
Are you gonna get drained vitality?
Mother will
Nope.
guide us.
Figured that was coming. Anything else that cares about runes being broken? Or am I going to play Dark Guardian? Probably, so I will drop this. Let's draw a card. Raging Horker. I don't know if I really want to keep him in the deck, but he has a pretty good early drop. He could still be setting up for Night Storm, which would kill 1,
That
2.
was fought well.
Is that it?
I concede to your prowess.
Okay. So we had 2 wins against Telvanni Altar, or what I'm assuming to be Telvanni Altar. Thorana threw me for a loop a little bit, but 2 wins against Telvanni, and 1 win in a very poor matchup, but excellent deck in Tribunal Control. It's one of the best decks in the game, and I know I get I don't want to say I get salty about it, but I hate playing it. I have no qualms about saying I hate playing it, but it's a completely legitimate deck. Just everybody has those decks that get under their skin, and that happens to be one of them. Usually I tend to be, I don't know. Hey, I don't know. It's like Prophecy Battle Mage, Tribunal Control, like just going back over the course of time, there was a point where Ramp Scout was really annoying, so I usually tend to dislike more towards the extreme slow end of things. But I understand why they need to be here, and they're completely fine decks. Just the whole point of them is to be not fun to play against, and that is how I feel at times. They're not fun to play against. But again, I digress. Completely fine decks. Deck went 2-1 today. I think it's an okay deck. Like I said, probably just flat out worse than Mid-Range Warrior, but probably more interesting than Mid-Range Warrior if that's the kind of thing that you're into. And that's what I'm into. But yeah, that's going to be it for now, guys. As always, thank you all very, very much for watching. I'm DragonTamerBlayde, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.